The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The ticket window is open. Ticket Blitz Thursday.
On Q101.
Let's do it again. We launched it an hour ago. Tickets for Riot Fest next week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, September 15th to the 17th in Douglas Park, where we love it. It always is. 3 days of music, 90-plus artists. You got Foo Fighters, Turnstile, The Postal Service, Death Cab for Cutie, Queens of the Stone Age, The Cure, Mars Volta. So many more. So many more. I mean, I'm looking forward to Tegan and Sarah watching that with my... Oh, wait, I can't do that.
You're not going to see Tegan and Sarah.
I'm sorry, Case. I forgot I promised I'd see... That's the problem with it. There's so much. There's a conflict between Tegan and Sarah and Turnstile, and I have to see Turnstile.
And why do you have to see Turnstile?
Do you know the story, Kenzie?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Turnstile played Lollapalooza last year, so I'm talking about a year ago, and I left because I had to go swimming at my apartment.
But you know the best part of this story is Case was like, you have to come see Turnstile. And Brian's like, no, I have to go swim. It's going to be the last night of the apartment. Brian got stuck in a conversation with somebody else and didn't end up swimming either. So he missed Turnstile and decided to talk to somebody else besides Case the whole time.
I saw when I was walking over to the stage that Turnstile was playing. And at this point, the last time they were in Chicago, they had just sold out the Metro. This was a band with all this buzz, one of my favorite bands. Brian's one of my best friends. Brian, you got to check out this band. I know you'll like them. Oh, no, I got to go swimming. And then when I walked over to that stage and I saw Brian schmoozing with somebody who will remain nameless.
I can't remember who it was.
I remember who it was. I was so irate at him. And I've known Brian a long time. I'm not often mad at him. Sometimes he's very frustrating. Rarely am I mad at Brian. That night I was mad at Brian.
Yep. And I didn't get to swim either.
No, you didn't because you stayed so long.
Yeah, just smoozing.
You wanted to leave Lala at like 5 p.m. You were there at 7:30.
Well, it was the last night of my apartment complex where we had a pool, and we moved out of that. And I said, I got to go home and swim. And I just didn't. And I really missed out on that because I don't live anywhere there with a pool anymore. I don't have a pool. I got the lake. I don't have a pool.
Well, you missed everything. You missed the pool. You missed Turnstile.
I will not miss Turnstile. Friday night, they play right before the Foo Fighters.
You missed giving the keyword. You still haven't done it.
The keyword is cutie, like Death Cab for Cutie. So you spell that Cutie. Text that to 312-591-8300 right now. That's your chance to win Riot Fest 3-day passes from our friends at Wintrust, Chicago's bank, and IDOT. Remember, drive sober or get pulled over. It is not a game.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
That is Bad Omens. That is Kenzie's number one right now on the top.
Oh, my God.
Top of the charts. For you.
I tell Brian to stop talking. You try to talk to me about something and I go, shh.
Yeah. Shh. If you don't know our studio, pretty much Kenzie's answering all your texts. So she didn't answer one during that song. Didn't answer the phone, didn't do anything. That's the one song where she just kind of puts her hair down like a music video. It's like a fan.
I had to take my bun out because it was falling because I was so excited.
Did you notice that, Case? She took her hair down. Like had like a fan going like she's on stage for that.
It was like a Whitesnake video.
I also like Whitesnake.
Yeah, well, that's Bad Omens. Sold out show at the Salt Shed. And we're going to try to get them in the studio here to have a nice interview because a lot of people talking about this band over the last couple of years, and they're just now selling out the Salt Shed is going to be a fun show.
I know.
What's also going to be fun is Riot Fest. Ticket Blitz Thursday. Keep texting cutie. Some people texting cute. Nope. Like Death Cab for Cutie. That's C-U-T-I-E. Text that right now to 312-591-8300 for your chance to get 3-day passes to Riot Fest with Q101 and Brian and Kenzie. Where the party at next week.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Case the producer joins us as we do a little bit of music news for you that you need to know because I am so fired up to go to Pearl Jam tonight. A lot of people, a lot of our crew members, a lot of people here at the station. I believe Dougie Styles. I know Dan Purcell was at Pearl Jam not only Tuesday, but he went to the Minneapolis shows too.
If you win tickets from Q101, there's a chance that when you win them, you're contacted by our guy, Dan Purcell, Ticketman Dan. He's certainly the biggest Pearl Jam fan I know. And he went to Minneapolis night 2, Chicago night 1 will be at Chicago night 2 as well.
He said Kenzie should have driven to see Last Kiss in Minneapolis and just turned around and drove home.
It's pissed me off. Do you think they're going to do it tonight? If it happens, we take a video of it.
Well, they did not play Last Kiss on Tuesday night in the set list, and they do nearly a incredibly new set list each night. Okay? So I'm pretty fired up. Now, Megan was upset they played Corduroy on Tuesday. She wanted to see that.
Answer her question. If they play Last Kiss, will you take a video of it for her?
He ignores me.
Absolutely not. You have to be there to experience it.
I'll text Megan.
Yeah, Brian famously doesn't film concerts. It's not like he has all of Twisted Christmas of last year on his phone.
He's like that 9-year-old person. As if you're going to sit down and watch the entire thing again.
Oh, Lord. I do that, though. I do. People say you're never going to watch those videos. I actually do sit on my couch and watch old music videos that I filmed.
My grandma did that at my wedding in April because we had a fire show.
Oh, my God.
And she stared at her phone the whole time filming it. And it was a 30-minute show. And just experience it. It doesn't even look good on the camera. You see two, it looks like they're throwing light bulbs on the camera. It's not like she's a great phone, It's like her. God, it looks like it was filmed on a Nano.
Me and Nana got to hang out. I like that we share videos.
Yeah, you could show her the whole concert and watch the fire show.
Hey, Nana, let me show you 21 Pilots here. Come here, sit over here, Nana. So I really am. I mean, they haven't played in Soldier Field since 2018, and they haven't done Wrigley Field. And they haven't done a non-Wrigley Field show since 2009.
Wow.
So this is the United Center, the Madhouse, and there's, by the way, if you couldn't get tickets or whatever, there's some incredible Chicago-only Pearl Jam exclusive merch that looks amazing.
That I guess you can just look at online because you won't be at the show.
I just realized when I said that you can't buy it unless you're there.
Are you going to buy me a shirt?
I might.
Okay.
I'm going to think about it.
Wow, you can't film a video for free, but you can buy him a shirt. No, you have to go to experience it. It's so sexist.
There's nothing sexist about it. I don't have enough for 2 shirts.
I don't want a shirt. I want a video.
Oh, that's right. You want a free video.
You don't even remember. No one listens to me.
Oh, good Lord. Well, here's the thing. This reminded me of a great moment in time in the history of Q101. This is even pre-me sludge days of Q101 back in the mid-90s.
The good old days.
Oh, the great days. I was a little boy listening to Q101, and this was incredible when Q101 put out billboards all over Chicago saying, Q101, this is not for you, based on the song This Is Not For You from Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder's mom used to call Q101 because he's from Evanston. And she would call up. In fact, one moment, I believe, he was kind of not being accused, but under suspicion because he had some rough days of being into drugs. And his mom called up and said, my son doesn't do those things. And they said, well, how do you know? She goes, because I'm his mother. And it was so sweet and cool. And she called up Q101 often. And they made a promo. We had these things, run the station. And they used her voice in it. And it was hilarious, and it was really cool. Karen Vedder is her name. And then Eddie Vedder heard about that and said, you're taking advantage of my mom. Please take that off the air. And they said, well, she called us. I mean, it's your mom. And he was like, please take it off the air. And I guess the program director at the time, a guy named Bill Gamble, was like, we'll do it if you give us a meet and greet.
Shut up.
And they did it. So they took the promo off the air, and Pearl Jam did a meet and greet with Q101 listeners back in the day for that show.
Oh, my God.
That's funny. Now, what's also not funny is he was really pissed about that, Eddie Vedder, and about the billboards all over town. And Q101 hired planes to fly those banners you see on the beach that advertise like White Claw and stuff.
Yeah.
To fly over with This Is Not For You, Q101. I believe they put Eddie Vedder's name on it, too. I think something really pissed him off. And here's the audio from that show at Soldier Field with Eddie Vedder ripping Q101 because he was just really mad about the whole situation.
There was all these flying bugs with banners with radio stations, lame-ass messages on the back. Up the view. I'm against guns and military spending, but a big piece of something would have been great right about now.
The Q101 plane's been shot down.
Yeah.
There's a person in there.
You know that whole thing about radio station? I guess there's a big billboard. It's every where it says something, this is not for you. Well, the joke's on them because it's not for them.
Oh, yeah. And then, of course, half those people, by the way, won tickets on Q101 for the show.
I know.
They're cheering Eddie, ripping on
Traitors.
Q101. Yeah, traitors. Come on. Where's our crew members at? That was so funny to me. I loved it. It's such a cool moment when you have that hometown guy and he does that and just...
When your hometown guy hates you?
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, my God.
Hey, well, we got over it.
What a day.
It's all been mended, that relationship. It's all good now.
Has it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to try to mend it tonight. Try to get backstage and do that.
Good luck with that, Brian.
Good luck with that.
Like 20 years ago, he's going to hate us even more when you start your story like that.
Hey, Eddie, what's up, man? Hey, man, it's Brian. Sludge. Used to be Sludge. What's up?
And Eddie goes like Billy Corgan, how can I help you?
God.
He's going to ask how I am. He's gonna piss you off.
He's got Kenzie's number in his phone. Speaking of Billy Corgan, we are going to tell you something incredible that he is doing for the city of Chicago and you. Coming up after Smashing Pumpkins' Cherub Rock, which it relates to this song, and we'll get into it right after. Just enjoy the song right now, and we'll talk some pumpkin stuff right after it. It's Q101, Brian and Kenzie.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Oh, my God. Top 10 song of all time in my life. Absolutely. Cherub Rock. It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101, in case the producer's here as well.
You remember the first time you heard that, right?
Oh, I was in my Chrysler LeBaron, and I had the 6-disc changer in the trunk with a sub, some triaxial speakers in the back, and some tweeters up in the front. Put it all on myself, by the way. Got the CD, put it in the changer. Actually stopped on the highway to put it in the changer so I could listen to it. And the first thing I heard was that. I was like, what is this? This is going to be good. And still now, gosh, what? It's 30-year anniversary of Siamese Dream. And there's something very special going on with our guy, Billy Corgan, and obviously Kenzie's guy, Billy Corgan, who gave her a beautiful text message congratulating her on the pregnancy. We will not read it to break any privacy, but I got to say, it was one of the most beautiful things I ever read. It was like a poem.
I know, Brian goes, sounds like a poem. And I go, well, did he text you when you had your baby? And then Brian told me to F off.
That's the truth. That's the truth how that happened. But,
I was just asking. I thought it was like a thing.
The answer was a hard no.
a little bitter about that. But what's happening with Billy Corgan is a kickoff to their Tower Records weekend. This happens next Thursday. So this is incredible because they're going to step back in time and they want to do a party like it's 1993 with our guy Greg Corner is going to DJ. But basically they're turning Zuzu's Tees into Tower Records. Now, I don't know who people went to the Tower Records in your neighborhood at the time. And the one they're talking about going back to the Clark Street location, which was Tower Records' flagship Tower Record store. It was 300,000 recordings, 28,000 square feet. I remember going to that because the stairs kind of went down like a pavilion and they used to have live concerts out there. And the Pumpkins played there. When Siamese Dream came out at midnight, it's celebrating the 30th anniversary of Siamese Dream at Madame Zuzu's with acoustic performances 6 and 9 on September 17th. But Madame Zuzu's is turning into Tower Records for a couple days.
As somebody who was of the age where I never went to a Tower Records, I'm thrilled at the sound of this.
It's unbelievable.
I will say, when you were like, Billy Corgan's going to do something amazing in Highland Park for Chicago, so he texted in and said, is he part of the poverty simulator?
He is not, as far as we know.
No, it's way better.
This is his contribution. So it's just going to be a really cool experience, transformed into Tower Records. And again, there'll be all exclusive merchandise in store and some unique and collectible stickers, mementos. We're going. We're going up there probably Thursday, that first day, which will be next Thursday. You can...
Right before Riot Fest.
Right before Riot
That's what you're
Fest.
saying.
Well, the next day, yeah. But you can buy vinyl, so many cool things there as the place has Tower Records. Then the performances are going to be on September 17th at 6 and 9. Now, they're sold out.
Yes. Yeah, very obviously it's a tea house. There's not a lot of seats there, and despite being very, very expensive, when they went on sale yesterday, they all sold out immediately. But there's still a way to watch even if you can't get in.
That's right. Anywhere in the world, thanks to Veeps. RSVP for your live stream ticket. You can do that on Veep's website.
Yes.
And then also the links to merchandise collection online will be made available on the live stream show only.
Yes.
So if you're watching it live, you can still get that merch if you can't get up there.
And if that was a lot of information for you, Brian Phillips of History of Alternative put this all on Q101.com yesterday.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
Go check it out there, Q101.com. That is so awesome. And I just like the memories of people that didn't, like I said, Case never been to a Tower Records. I used to go to Tower Records. You go to Tower Records? You go to a record store, Kenzie?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not shop for
Do you want to
records.
come over and watch a documentary about Tower Records? It's on Peacock right now. It's called All Things Must Pass, the Tower Records Story. It's great.
Is it? Isn't there one in Japan?
There is. So there's one Tower Records left. It's in Japan. It's massive. I
I'll
really
tell you
want to
what,
go there.
I don't want to watch the show, but I would take a trip to Japan and visit that store.
All right, Brian, we need some more vacation days.
Good Lord.
Let's go.
I would do that. That would be cool.
Kenzie, you and I, let's go to Japan.
Yeah.
That'd be a good time.
Why don't you guys do that?
No, we'll send in call
Yeah,
in
somebody's got to be able
breaks.
to do the show.
Sure, go
We'll
ahead.
call in and
Yeah.
do live updates.
I'll be here at Madame Zuzu's in the Tower Records, and you guys do that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. 312-591-8300. Text in your takeaways right now from today's show with Brian and Kenzie and Q101. Something that you're taking away from today's show. Text it in right now. 312-591-8300.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and Lauren's coming in to take you through the rest of this Ticket Blitz Thursday. So coming up in the 10 o'clock hour, your chance again at Riot Fest 3-day passes in every hour through Lauren's show, through Brian Phillips' show, all the way through. That's how you join us for the big party next week.
Big party.
Huge party, Riot Fest. Also, I will see you at the huge party tonight at the Madhouse for Pearl Jam. I am stoked about it. We'll get to your takeaways, but you see Eric checked in with something about tonight?
Yeah, so the cool thing is that merch for Pearl Jam tonight can be purchased at the Atrium or outside of gates 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Like way ahead of time from noon to 6, and there's already lines forming for that merch.
Holy cow. I can't go there now. I'm going later for the show.
We'll just camp out like a real fan.
Fake van.
I'm hungry.
Brian doesn't even like alternative music.
He doesn't.
That guy sucks.
Everybody knows it.
Listen, that Pearl Jam exclusive Chicago merch is worth it. So, Case, will you go stay in the line for me?
I have a job to do.
What if I buy you whatever you want, and then you get something from me if you will stand in line for that?
Wait, what am I doing?
You'll stand in line and buy me something, and Megan something,
You're
of course.
going to the show.
No, but you go in line now.
I have a job to do.
What if I buy you $200 of merch?
I would rather you just do takeaways. That's what I want.
I would love to leave. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, well, a couple takeaways here.
Oh, okay, the show came to a screeching halt here. Let it go.
Tony checked in takeaway. Case really wants Kenzie to either Netflix and chill Tower Records or take her to Japan.
Facts.
Either one of those
Both
things.
sound delightful.
I know. But
Yeah.
if we could get a free trip to Japan, work like rated off here.
And finally, let's do this one from Double Features Mike. The E Street Band is the backing band for Busker the Grouch on Sesame Street. You miss a
I
moment.
was so excited. I thought I had it.
Miss a moment, miss a lot. Go to the podcast, anywhere you find podcasts, the Brian and Kenzie podcast, and at Q101.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.